What is up, guys? So I know I output 2 videos today, but that's because you guys are so freaking special. So the second one I wanted to do, I did Velvet Shell from Rainbow Six Siege, and now we're moving on to Battlefield 1. Now, guys, as we know, the French DLC that we've all been waiting for is actually coming out in March. So we are really excited to see the French army actually enter, because I know that they had a huge part in World War One. So it's gonna be crazy to see what they develop in this game. So the first map, we actually have the names of all 4 maps, so that's gonna be pretty insane. So the first map that we have is Verdun Heights, and it is gonna be mayhem. It's after the Battle of Verdun created massive forest fires in which players will fight for domination. So this is gonna be absolutely insane, especially in operations. It's gonna be, you're going to fight up this hill constantly, and that's gonna be really cool to do, because we haven't had any, like, you have to battle uphill. I mean, Monte Grappa is somewhat of a map that you have to do that, but there's also points at the bottom of the hill, so you have to fight actually to the fortresses of Verdun. So it's gonna be really cool to do that, and I can't even imagine what's gonna happen. That map, like, look at the concept art, it looks freaking insane. So the next map that we're gonna get actually looks to be like underground tunnels. It's very it reminds me a lot, it looks a lot like Operation Metro, I think it was, an Operation Locker Room, like kind of just very tight quarters. You know that you're gonna see a lot of shotguns on this map. If it's all underground, you're gonna see so many shotguns and flamethrower. It's gonna be insane. But this is gonna be it's under Fort Fox. I think I'm pronouncing it right, Vox or Fox. There's gonna be so many turns and corners and all this stuff that people can hide around. There's gonna be so many, like, all the small weapons, so all the submachine guns, the melee weapons, the bayonets, the flamethrowers, all those things are gonna really come into play on this map. And so I'm really pumped, man. You guys don't understand how excited I am to actually play this French DLC, because we've all been waiting. So I don't know how to pronounce this, Soissons. I probably just butchered that completely, but this map looks somewhat like Giant Shadow, and I wonder if they used Giant Shadow to kind of tweak this map, because even the houses and stuff look like Giant Shadow, and I'm sure that's because it's all based in Europe, so I'm sure all the houses didn't differ that much. But I mean, it looks like Giant Shadow almost, but it looks like before. But I mean, it's not gonna be Giant Shadow; it's its own map. But this is where the French 10th Army moved to take back this place, and using the powerful Saint Charmin tanks, planes, tanks, and infantry clashed in the beautiful French countryside. So this is based in France. So it's gonna be insane to see this. I'm sure that this map's pretty long, and it seems like there's gonna be open spots in between both sides. And I don't know if it's a conquest map. It's gonna be ginormous, and it's gonna probably take over this entire part. But I'm really excited to see. It's gonna really throw the meta of what classes you normally choose. And hopefully all this will throw the meta of what class you normally choose off. And this Rupture, this map looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, just look at the concept art for this, and I mean, obviously it's not gonna look exactly like this every single time, because we have dynamic weather now, so it's gonna be pretty crazy. But you're gonna be having to capture key bridges across the I don't know how to pronounce that, river. The French find themselves back into battlefields where poppies grow over a rusty wreck from previous tank battles. It might seem calm, but this maze of steel beasts provides an excellent place for those who plan to ambush. So I mean, that gives you an idea of what they're planning on this map. I mean, this is not just an easy map that they planned on building. They have reasons for why they put things places. I'm really pumped. And look at I'm sure that's exactly what the French army is going to look like. That must be the medic, because he has the crutches, and he has it looks like the Serengeti, I believe that is. So I mean, it's obviously that's him. As well as we're going to get new characters, new maps. We're going to get a new game mode called Frontlines. Experience a mix of conquest and rush as you fight for chain control points in a tug-of-war frontline. Both teams fight for one flag at a time, and when this objective is captured, the action moves on to the next. Capture the enemy's HQ control point, and the game turns into a rush-style section where telegraph posts need to be attacked or defended. That's pretty cool, man. I hope that they don't do what they've been doing and they actually make this an actual game mode in their servers instead of like the custom game modes that you could only access if someone made it. That was pretty bad that they did that, but I'm really excited to play Frontlines. I think that's going to be a really, really cool DLC to have. Now this has been speculated. We didn't know what the behemoth was going to be, but now we do. It's going to be the Char 2C tank, and this thing can hold so many people. I think it can hold like 6 to 8. That's a lot of people. Like, it's a tank, but it's giant enormous. I'll pop up one on the screen really quick of what it actually looks like compared to actual people. That tank's gonna be insane. We're also gonna get an assault tank gun. I can't tell if this is gonna be some sort of. It doesn't look like a behemoth. It looks like that's something that we would get on a normal basis, but I don't really know. They don't say too much on it. But look at these two tanks. They're freaking humongous. We're also gonna get a brand new elite class. The Trench Raider Elite class uses melee skills of new elite class, the Trench Raider, with brutal Raider club and impressive grenade arsenal. So we're gonna have way more grenade spam now. Thank you. Thanks, DICE. No, just kidding. But I mean, it's gonna be cool to see a new elite class, especially someone that's a little. We have the sniper. We have the tank hunter. That's the sniper. We have the flamethrower, which is pretty up close and personal, but you can get some distance. We also have the sentry, which just mows down people, but can also be killed pretty quickly. I mean, all of them can be killed pretty quickly, but it's gonna be interesting to see how having someone who can get up in your face with a melee weapon. It's gonna be interesting to see how he does. As well as the field gun, we have a new stationary weapon called the Siege Howitzer, and it can be operated by infantry players. So it's brand new. I mean, we're gonna get pretty much what we've been wanting. It's what we saw in the videos, and it's gonna be awesome. This new stationary is gonna operate through indirect aiming / firing in the same vein as mortars and artillery vehicles. So this one's going to be set probably on one part of the map, and then you could probably just activate it. So, and also if you guys get the premium pass, you get access, I think 2 weeks early is what they do. A week early, I think. I'm not too sure. But anyways, guys, to let me know down in the comments what you guys think of all this. I mean, we're getting a lot, and I know that a lot of people are hoping for new weapons, and we might. We haven't gotten too much information. We haven't gotten all the information yet, but I'm hoping that we'll actually get a weapon too, along with our all these additions to the game. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I know I output 2 videos today, but I feel like these 2 needed to go out. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment on what your guys' favorite part of this new DLC that's coming out, or if you saw the Rainbow Six Siege video, what your favorite DLC from that is. That's going to wrap things up for today. Anyways, guys, it's going to be JoshSnipes signing off.